Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Cavaletti table lamp. This is the 277670. It's also a matching floor lamp. Check that out and watch the video on that. It's really good. Let's get into the size of it to begin with. 15.3 inches from the table to the very top. The width on it is the widest point is going to be the shade. So you're talking about 20 inches going left to right, and then the depth on it is coming in at 10. That shade is 6 inches tall, just in case you guys want to know. The base on it is 5.5 by 14 down here where it touches the floor. Let's kind of take things apart because I happen to have one here. We're going to take this little knob off the top, and we're going to take the glass diffuser off the top as well. So this is going to have a glass diffuser automatically packed with it when you get it. It's got a matte side, sandblasted, and it has a shiny side just like that. Sits right on top of that shade so you don't look down into it seeing those sockets. You don't have to use it, but it's nice to use it with this. Okay, and the shade itself, that's going to come in two different flavors as far as the fabric goes. You're going to have natural white Anna, which is this. It's a true white. Light's going to be able to get through it. You're also going to be able to get this in flax, and flax is an off-white, a little bit of a white with a whisper of gray, or I'm going to call it a light barley. So it's going to be not as stark as this, but natural white Anna is a beautiful fabric as well. Both of them have a reflective interior right here that's going to be able to push light down and push light up. And then the top of this is going to have what's called a spider. This is the metal part, and that's going to be always in black. Okay. So why don't we get into a couple other things. Let's see. So on this guy, the dimmer is actually on the base, so it's right there. It's an on-off dimmer. Click, and it goes off. Goes click again. The cord's going to come out of the back right here. In the bottom of this, which is like I said, 5.5 by 14, covered in felt, so you're good to go there. So why don't we touch base on what's going on as far as lamping goes. That's going to be kind of a big deal. You can get a ton of light out of this. So right now I have two A19 LEDs in this. You can still put in incandescent bulbs. You could do two 60 watts, but I wouldn't bother with those because there's so many great LEDs out in the marketplace. So I got these at Home Depot. They're just clear phosphorus ones. I like they come in great, cool idea ways. So you can buy these where you can kind of use your phone and change colors and that kind of stuff. But I don't do that. I just get the regular ones. Or the house brand from Home Depot is pretty good. And you can use bigger bulbs than these. So these are A19s. This is an A20. So you've got tons of space inside the shade. So don't worry about when you're using LEDs what limit it is. Your limit is the bulb getting in there and running into anything. And because there's so much space, you're not going to worry about that. This is an A21, and I know I can get this in there. I can get the A20 easily. I can find this is a 100 watt equivalent to begin with, but I can find this up to 150 watt equivalent, probably on Amazon. I can find this up to a 200 watt equivalent. And don't forget, you've got two of these sockets, so do you need 400 watts of equivalent light? Probably not. I would probably go for the 100 watts because they're just easier to find. Get them at places like True Value Hardware, Ace Hardware. My grocery store sells these kind of things, so they're good to go there. So the important thing when you're buying the bulbs, really zero in on the color temperature because people are very particular about that. 2700 Kelvin is that super yellow kind of setting sun. Some people like that bluish white light like a hospital waiting room or an overcast day. That's going to be called daylight. That's 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom, talk about it all the time, is warm white, soft white, because it mimics the light coming from an incandescent bulb that I grew up with, and that's going to be 3,000 Kelvin. That's the light that's coming down right now on all of us right here, so that's what we like to use. Just a very important thing is when you're out there, make sure you buy a dimmable version of that bulb. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.